Hello everybody and welcome to a new Space Engineers video. Today we are doing an obscure ship review, or ships. We're going to be taking a look at the Spark shuttle by Yoshi and the Stilgar, I don't know how you pronounce it, by Riva. Going to be taking a look at both of them in today's video. I thought it would be nice to include two, plus they are both squabbling in the Discord, so I thought to avoid the appearance of favouritism, I shall do them both at the same time. So, yeah, I mean, Riva's is a little bit bigger here, so technically he's getting more review time, but we'll ignore that. And we'll start with the Spark, which is actually the Mark 8. So there have been multiple iterations of the shuttle, so he's really had time to refine the design, which is good in the world of engineering. I find the in-game description kind of underwhelming, so I took the liberty of opening these up in the Steam browser so we can have a proper look at the workshop pages and appreciate the words. Appreciate whatever you're thinking. I'm thinking I just missed it. Okay, so the WEC VT-S1 Spark Compact Shuttle Mark 8. And we have some screenshots here. So we have it on the alien planet. We have the sort of bed, crew quarters area, corridor, and the... I'm not going to call it a cockpit, it's a bridge. I mean, it's huge, look at it. Bloody hell. Okay, so, what have we got here? The latest version of my first ever WEC ship from 2017, finally on the workshop. Advanced personal shuttle, purpose, transport, exploration, crew, 1 engineer, propulsion, hydrogen, ion, gravity rating, less than 2G, planetary. DLC, we got some DLC here, we got some scripts. 3,423 PCU, which is quite low, really. Right, let's read the lore. The VT-S1 Spark, originally designed and manufactured in the mid-2050s by the Woof Engineering Corporation and later modernised by the WEC's Variable Transport Branch, remains the most used ship ever built by the WEC up to this day. The latest version, the Mark 8, has been improved to once again see mass production. The easily maintainable design and compact structure allows it to be upgraded and customised for other tasks as well, should that be required. While the Spark lacks the jump capability found in other interplanetary ships, it makes up for it by featuring an airtight design, advanced survival capability, a modern bridge, and spacious crew quarters. This allows the Spark to support its pilot for extended durations. For more information, an operator manual and certificate of authenticity has been stored inside the control seat. Wow. Please report issues on the GitHub page. Yeah. So yeah, Yoshi really takes care with his lore, which I appreciate. Let's have a quick peek and see if he's actually followed up with that or not. Inventory. He actually has included the operator manual. I'm just going to take this ship a bit away from the Stilgar, just to get rid of the gravity effects that we were having. So yeah, let's have a peek at this. Yes, very nice. Okay, cool. So he actually did live up to that. Alright, so we'll go back to the outside. Through the airlock. And we'll have a look at the external features. So we have a grey sort of underbelly, which is quite a nice feature. You don't really see, it's sort of nautical, but you sort of can imagine that those are perhaps heat resistant pads, you know, something similar to the space shuttle with the sort of ceramic or carbon heat shields. And then we have a nacelle on either side with some structural struts. gyroscopes. We've got the beacon. The connector is right at the stern, the anus of the craft. We have very aerodynamic looking nacelles here. This is a green light. Is this a red light? It is a red light. So we've got aeronautical correct lighting here. We've got solar panels on the roof. We have the WEC Engineering Corp logo located on the dorsal side, as well as a single interior turret, which is all you need for a shuttle. That's good enough. I mean, I'd argue maybe that's even too much, but that might be a sort of camera feature, so you can like sort of like a 360 camera basically. It probably is used for. A couple of landing gear, and that's pretty much it. Very simple exterior, very aerodynamic looking exterior, and a very open bridge. We have the sort of ramp to get up to the airlock, which is located on the port bow. I don't think we have one on the starboard side. No. Alright, so let's go ahead and hop in here. So we have an airlock, no vent in the airlock, so it's a manual one. And then we lead into this corridor here. Gravity generator located up there. We got a full-sized assembler. And then this leads us straight onto the bridge. We have a transparent LCD displaying our velocity vector, speed and acceleration, all that good stuff. An armory, so you can dress yourself. And a really, really good view here. If we hop into the seat, I mean, you can seriously see everything in this cockpit. The one thing I would suggest is a piece of glass here or something, just so you can see where you're landing a bit easier, because the camera, or the turret, to be precise, doesn't actually reach that far down, so it might be hard to see where you're landing, unless you cheat and use the person, of course. Lockers, programmable block with the velocity vector again. Don't really know why you'd need it on a programmable block, but it's there. Do we have any scripts? Artificial Horizon, yes, that is located there. Right, cool. Through the door and into the stern, we have a mix of engineering and crew quarters. At least it will keep your bed quite cosy, because you've got a hydrogen engine right there. We have some tanks located in the roof. Survival kit, hydrogen engine, a vent. Ooh, look at that! You've got like climate control right in front of your bed. You got a shower and a lavatory where you can deposit specimens on your long voyage. So let's have a look at the control panel, make sure it's tidy. Oh my god. Oh, that is probably the best thing I've ever looked at. You can tell when a creator loves their ship, because they take really good care of the control panel and tidy it up. And that's precisely what Yoshi's done here. I mean, this is just immensely satisfying here, really. Damn. And he's changed the grid name. Couldn't have done better myself. Wow. Okay, so we have some new small hydrogen tanks, which pretty much made this possible. Could have done it without 2 generators, but the tanks just make it easier. Batteries. No reactors on board, so we are engine and battery and solar powered, which is not a bad thing because it's good for sustainability, of course. In terms of production, we have an assembler and a basic refinery, so you can pretty much, carry out repairs. There's no ion elements or uranium reactors in the ship that you need to. Oh no, there are ion thrusters on the back, but you can get by without them. I suspect they're more for backup, really, but yeah. Okay, cool. Now, let's move on to the Stilgar. This fucking thing over here. Okay, so I picked this ship. Reeve has a big fleet of ships, but I picked this one because I think the bow on this ship is absolutely fantastic. It's an excellent shape. It just, yeah, I mean, the whole thing is a really good sort of realistic shape, apart from these bits here. I mean, I don't really know, but the arse of this is no, but the rest of it is very, very nice. Especially the, oh, look at that, and he's got a sort of keel structure going here, which is very nice. With the antenna, it is just a very nice looking ship, really. It's a freighter, and he classes it as lightly armed, but it has 3 Gatling turrets and numerous interior turrets, so I would say he's pretty well armed for a freighter. So, I mean, Reaver's ships are always well armed anyway. It's ion hydrogen hybrid, which is kind of the standard for spaceships. It's got these lovely nacelles up here, which you can imagine sort of pull the craft along. That's where all the main sort of thrust is coming from. And yeah, a very long ship as well, which I like. And the landing pads are built into the hull very nicely on the port and starboard sides there. So yeah, let's dive in. We'll go in through these doors. We'll go in the starboard side. Jump drive. Right underneath us we have a armory. And then we drop down into, well, the drive access room with the gravity generator. Okay, this is... I like the big room. I'm a fan of this. We have views of the large ion thrusters, which is very, very nice. We have some freight boxes, some plants, some more freight boxes. I'll just love how this looks like a proper engineering room where like someone's come over here, been fixing this. You got spare parts for the conveyor tubes, spare parts for the gyros. Oh, it's just brilliant. And you've got the valve kit up here. I like this little sort of secondary floor. Very, very cool. And I like the 2 block high rooms. I mean, it really does make the ship feel a lot more open and spacious. Lovely little table here with good lighting in this room. Some beds. Just a nice crew quarter room here. Again, the 2 high it makes a difference. It really does make a difference. Come through, and we're on the bridge. Oh man, what a bridge! What a bridge! Okay, so we have the vent. We have some programmable blocks here, so you can imagine engineers will be sat here, tippity tip tap tapping away at the programmable blocks there. Some lockers and a pilot and co-pilot seat, along with a velocity vector LCD in the middle there. I just remembered we forgot to take a look at we forgot to take a peek at the lore here, so we'll do that here. The REC Stilgar class freighter, and we'll give it a read. Not as extensive as Yoshi's, so we'll just quickly go over this here. The Stilgar class freighter is purpose-built for one job: getting cargo from point A to point B. It excels at this with 3 large cargo containers and countless small ones. It also has 2 landing pads which can be used to dock fighters or small grid freighters, such as the Mini Merchant from the Keen workshop. It is recommended that you travel with an escort, as the ship is not well armed and only has light armour. So yeah, that basically just quickly wraps up the ship. We'll take a look at the control panel here. Ooh, quite messy. Quite messy. He hasn't actually hidden anything, by the looks of things. Yeah, he hasn't hidden anything, so this probably needs tidying up, but I suspect that this isn't one of Reaver's favourite ships. He has renamed the grid, which is good. PCU was 7,800 PCU, which is roughly double the Spark, which makes sense, it's double the length. But definitely a really, really nice interior going on here. Very open and makes the ship feel big, a lot bigger. Go up and out of here. And there we go, there is the REC Stilgar. Or however you pronounce it, okay? Whatever. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you have any suggestions or feedback, please leave it in the comment section down below. And as always, I hope you enjoyed, and take care, everybody.